Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschoolology. Today's video we are going to be talking about how the month of August went for us. Kind of a first look at how things are rolling and moving and cruising along. I also share things like my personal life and business life and all that good jazz. So, if you are new here, my name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I currently have a 9th grader, 5th grader, 1st grader, and kindergartner. And on this channel, I like to share with you guys mostly secular homeschooling, but I also share our lives in general and many other things. So, I hope you will stick around and let's chat about how August went. So I know this is coming in a tad bit late. I had taken a little bit of a break for the Labor Day holiday, and so this video should have come out around that time, and I just decided I needed a break, and so I took a break, and so this is coming out a little bit late to you guys, later than I normally do, but it's all gravy. We all need a break sometimes. So I usually try to split these videos into kind of like 3 parts. So like our homeschool life, and then our kind of personal going-ons, and then myself, my businesses, and all of that stuff. So that is what I'm going to do today. I will try to timestamp stuff down at the bottom so you can just listen to whatever part that you want to listen to. And I will start with homeschool this month. So homeschool, we started, I think the 5th of August. So I had intended to start that last week of July that goes into August. That didn't happen. I kind of knew that going in. That's kind of why I chose that week, so that it would give me, kind of a kick in the pants to start the first week in August like I really wanted to. So that is fine that we kind of missed that deadline a little bit, because I kind of factored that thought into my head when I was doing it. And so we started that August 5th or whatever. And we like to start off slow around here. So if you've been around at all, this is kind of how I do it. We also take a longer break over the holiday season, and I do this in January as well. When we start back with just a few subjects. Usually that's like math and something that they've been doing already. So either some workbooks or, something in the language arts realm. And so we start back kind of slow. Then the next week we'll maybe add one more subject in, and then the next week we'll add one more subject in until we get to everything that we're covering. And so of course I follow that same path because that's what we do. It works well for us. And we did start with a few more things than I usually start with for my olders, because they've been around the block. They're now 9th grade and 5th grade. They know what's going on. And so we did kind of start more with a full schedule, which is not quite everything that I had planned to use this year. But so far, things are going really well. I've been using the Homeschool Planet. I've been sharing about that quite a bit, and I am loving it. It is making my life so much easier. It has had a little bit of that effect that pre-planning always has on us, feeling like we're behind. I'm putting that in air quotes because you're never really behind. And I keep telling ourselves that, but my oldest kind of struggles with that a little bit. And so that's the area that we've been having a little bit of struggle with, but I can show her that we can just move it to the next day, and things are going really well with that. We just move our assignments to the next day that we're going to do school, and that's working, and it's helping kind of have her, work on. It's okay to get a little bit behind, and you'll get caught up eventually. But also being able to move it kind of has really helped in the sense that like she doesn't get quite so overwhelmed, because once I move it to the next day, she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. And some things we've been moving and like doubling up on to catch up, and some things we've been moving and shifting the whole schedule down. But anyways, that has been working so well for us. I'm so in love with Homeschool Planet. If you don't know about it, I'll link a video here where I kind of give you the whole rundown. I do have more videos in the works as far as like, how I'm using it, how to do all the things. If you have a specific question on how to do something, please let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to help you guys or make a video on that specific aspect. I am going to have one coming out where I show you how I make my lesson plans, because you can either buy them or make them. I've been making them for the most part, and so I will show you how to do that process. So I do have that one coming out, but if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know. I have the wonderful ladies over there that I can contact as well, so if I don't know the answer, they can help me get you guys the answer. So I am been loving that. That's working really well. As far as our curriculum, we're using the Layers of Learning Writer's Workshop for our composition class. I called it composition because my daughter hates the word writing. I think she's tuned into the fact that it's the same thing, but it's going really well. I did share how I set that up with my Homeschool Planet and Google Classroom and made it, work all together so that it's all pre-planned out, because that's my biggest issue with a curriculum like that, is that I don't have the capacity to pre-plan it out each and every week, and so I've used Homeschool Planet to plan it out for the whole year, and it's going really well. She's still fighting the writing thing. We're working on that, but using the system has been working beautifully, so we're really enjoying that. And I'm really enjoying that program because I was really able to cater it to her needs and what exactly she needs of the program. So it's been going super well. We started the year using Brave Writer. We've made it through one, almost through one. She kind of quit on me. So we didn't do the last week of the one. But she is ready to try something new. So I'm on the hunt for some kind of literature guides. I've got all the other subjects covered as far as like grammar and vocabulary and reading comprehension. I've got all of that covered. I just need something for literature. And I don't want it to be super intense. I want it to be just basically like, why is this writing an example of good writing, and maybe some comprehension questions, or something small like that. So if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them down below. Nothing that's too terribly hard for the instructor to set up, and maybe even something that's completely on the child would be, the student would be wonderful, but just something to give us a little bit of guidance for the literature aspect of the language component. So that's the only little tweak for her that I'll be making. We have been using Denison Math. It is going excellently. She still fights me, but it's so much easier. One issue she had with the videos is that they went really slow, but you can speed the videos up to 2 times the speed. And so we've been doing that, and that has been excellent. It is, it's a little fast, but because of the concepts that she's learning right now, she's kind of still review for her. It's going really well. She's watching them now. She didn't want to, she was resistant to watching them in the beginning, but she's watching them now, making less mistakes. It's getting a lot easier. So I am thrilled with that program, just thrilled with it. So I do have a video that planned. I don't know how soon it's going to happen on the schedule, but I do have a video planned on, a look at that program, and just it's been wonderful. So that's kind of my 9th grader. Everything we've been using has been working well, minus the literature component. We're on a roll. Things are going great. That's that. On to my middle daughter. She's been doing well. We finished up the first level of Michael Clay Thompson. We're starting the next level actually now. We just read the first chapter yesterday from when I'm filming this. And all of that's still going great. She's doing really well with Khan Academy math. That has been just the right number for her. We are doing Curiosity Chronicles for history with both of my older ones, and then I add a little bit to beef it up a little bit for my older daughter. That's all going super well. We are doing science chunks for both my older kiddos. That is going really well. I'm beefing that up. I have a video, I'll link it here, where I share like how we beef it up and all of that. So that's all going great. My little two are still doing pinwheels, and Kate Snow's Math with Confidence. All of that going well. So homeschool has actually been going pretty well. There has been a few days that we've taken off that I didn't plan to take off because either my husband was off of work or my mom was visiting, or, you know, we just needed a day, or, you know, some days I have like a short amount. Like we have a co-op day that starts in the afternoon, and I've been planning to do some work in the morning, and so we've skipped maybe 1 or 2 of those days, just trying to get used to our new routine. But other than that, Homeschool Planet has been keeping us on doing schoolwork regularly and kind of more on track. And that was kind of one of my biggest downfall, or, you know, one of my biggest weaknesses. And that has been helping so much with actually getting us to do the schoolwork, because we want to mark off those boxes. And it's going so much better. So homeschool has been really great for the month of August. It's still been a little bit of a slow startup. We still have, I think my older daughter still has one thing left to add into her, you know, normal routine, and then we're two things left to add into her normal routine. But it's going great. Our co-op did start up again. We had orientation and then a break, and then we started, and things have been going really well there. We've kind of gotten back to a flow. The co-op has been going great. My kids are loving their classes this semester. So all of that has been really good. It's been, you know, if we're kind of switching over to personal life here, it has been taking up some of my personal time. But because my job, I teach baking classes, because that has, they don't do classes a lot in July and August because, you know, people just don't really sign up for them because they're on vacation, or, you know, the start of school season is crazy. So I've had 2 months off of that job to focus on the co-op job. So that has been really nice as far as, like, you know, my work-life balance. This channel, I worked really hard to get a lot of things out. Now I've kind of, and then I slacked off. The whole point was to work really hard, get a bunch ahead, and then I would be ahead of the game. And of course I've slacked off, and now I'm back where I was. So I'm going to be working really hard to get a bunch of things, you know, up and running and ready again. And this time my plan is to not to slack off, and stay ahead of the game. So you might have noticed I might have missed a video here or two or there, just because, you know, I'm also trying to enjoy my life. I have my daughter's in high school now, and that was kind of like not a hard realization. I knew it was coming, but it was just kind of like a hard, and not even hard. It was just like we only have so many years left. So I really kind of also been trying to focus on spending time together and all of that stuff. So I guess I was into business life, not personal life. So let's talk about our personal lives. We are still on my self-imposed travel hiatus where we are not traveling. If you don't know, we are a family who loves to travel. We travel often. And while we love it and while it's wonderful, Mommy needed a little bit of a break. I was doing a lot of prepping, and then, you know, like prepping to get ready and packing and all those things, and then coming back from that I would have to be doing all the unpacking and cleaning, and then we'd be gearing up for another one, and it was just a lot of extra, and Mommy needed that off her plate for a little while. So we have been on a travel hiatus. We haven't gone anywhere for July or August. I'm pretty glad to say that I stuck to my guns on that. And now I've kind of eased my hiatus, and said if something comes up, we can take that opportunity. But so far, nothing's really come up. And we're just kind of enjoying, like, we've had weekends at home where I didn't have to do anything and I could just enjoy being lazy, you know, and that has been really, really, really nice. And so we don't have a lot going on in our personal life because basically August was about starting up school and starting up co-op, and that was our kind of our focuses. We will be adding in soccer here pretty soon because that season's coming up. My older daughter wants to try a different sport, and so I'm looking into that for her. And yeah, so things are just kind of easy going, easy sailing right now, which I like to report when I do these, is that things are easy sailing. And so yeah, so that is kind of what has been going on for us for the month of August, and I'd love to hear from you. So how did the month of August go for you? Did you start up a new homeschool year? How did all that process go? You know, just what's been going on in your life. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments or over on Instagram at Homeschoolology. While you're down there commenting, I'd love it if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. It really does help us YouTubers out when you guys take advantage of doing those free things to support our channels. And I think I'm gonna stop being so rambly, because I'm pretty sure this video is kind of long, and I'm gonna sign off and say goodbye. And I hope you guys will come back and chat with me again real soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.